For those of you who don't know who I am and who are visiting this blog for the first time, my name is Autumn Baza, and I started Mom Begins with Coffee because I love caffeine, I love being a mom, and I really wanted to find a way to incorporate all these things that I really love. And so this is kind of my attempt to do that. And then I realized that there's a lot of moms like me who don't really have a lot of support and help. And so I really wanted to kind of find a way to incorporate that. And so I created Mom Support Moms, which is a page on here of mom run businesses and mom run businesses, so you can just support them and help them and kind of build this sense of community. I also created a blog not a blog, a group on Facebook called Mom Support Moms. And it's another way for everyone to kind of connect and just build each other up and talk about momming woes and happinesses and goals and all this stuff. And so I'm kind of really trying to find a way to really own who I am at this point in time and share it with the world in a way that's going to kind of help people. Which leads me to what today's post is about. It's going to be called Toxic, which you should be able to see up above me. And what is toxic? Well, I'm going to be talking about being a parent after having a toxic one. And so I really want to kind of go into a little bit about my mom without going too crazy. My mom is more than likely borderline personality disorder, and as a result, she's got a lot of mental health issues. Mental health is a very serious thing. If you are struggling, please, please, please get help. There's suicide prevention. There's a bunch of other programs and stuff like that. I very well may do a post about that later. But for now, I'm going to focus on this. I really have some strong memories of my mother growing up. One was I asked her to play Barbies with me, and Ken started attacking Barbie, and as a child I just was so confused, but as an adult, not great. I also remember my mom made me drink this awful, disgusting drink in order to fit into a prom dress instead of giving me the correct size prom dress. There was also the time that my mom, this one prom I went to, while I was at prom, she read my diary and attacked me. And there's just so many instances of where my mom was toxic that I really can't even begin to focus on that. Just suffice it to say, my mom really needed help, and she still does, and she just hasn't gotten it, and she probably never will. And so I really struggled as a child with the sense of self and the sense of who I am and what I am. And one of the common phrases I heard was, "What the F is wrong with you?" And that's not really a great thing for a child to hear, teenager to hear. I very much struggle with who I am, what I am, and who I'm going to be as an adult. So what are some things that I'm really cautious of as a parent now? Well, one of the things is I really watch what we say. I try not to fight in front of the kids. I don't ever want them to feel like they have to walk around tentatively because mom and dad are having an argument. We try to keep it until after they go to bed, so that way we can discuss things. My husband and I are both hotheads. We're both very temperamental, very emotional people, and so we really don't want to have something like that happen in front of the kids. We don't get physical ever. We're actually very good for each other. We just get loud. We're very stubborn. And then another thing is I really watch what I say. I don't like saying things like, "What the F is wrong with you? What the heck are you doing?" I really try to steer clear of it. I'm not going to say I'm perfect, but I definitely make that active attempt of well, why did you do that? Do you think that's okay? And kind of trying to break it down and explain it in a way that's conductive and is teaching a lesson instead of an attack on who they are as a person. Another thing is my mom used to sleep in bed all freaking day, trying to would not get us up, not get us ready, not get us together. She would sleep until she went to work, and then that was it. We didn't see her much. So now as an adult, I definitely strive to have breakfast with my kids and get up, even if there are some days where it's they're home, there's no school. I'll just try to get up and lay down on the couch so that they can sit with me or lay with me or curl up with me, just so that I'm there and present. Most days I actually do drive them to and from school as well, so I really actively try to be there for them and support them. Another thing I'm actively, like, very meticulous on is if I'm upset or I'm angry, I walk away. Like, I would rather take a moment for my mental health and to, not have any type of outward aggression towards my children. I'm really cautious about paying attention to where my temper is, and if I need to, stepping away and taking a minute in my room or whatever. I'm actually in my room doing this video. I'm sure you can hear some background noises. Another thing I'm really actively for is I try to sit down and play with my kids and make every experience really, really fun and really, really entertaining, because as far as I'm concerned, my kids aren't going to remember all the big crazy events that we do. They're going to remember a lot more of the small moments. And I remember a lot of small moments and a lot of things where it was just like so devastating for me because I was doing it on my own. I never really had that support. So it's like, we sit down and we'll play with the action figures. We'll involve them in dinner plans. We'll involve them in playing outside. Like, they help me with the garden. They also totally trash the garden, but I really work on trying to keep them involved. I'm probably a little bit of a helicopter parent. I really try to be considerate and aware that my children don't need me. I don't need to hover. But I also am very protective of them because I know how much crazy and bad stuff there is in the world. And I don't ever want them to feel like they need to be scared. So it's like this super interesting line of being very protective, almost overprotective, to letting them explore and do things on their own. And one of the biggest things of all is I constantly wonder if I'm a terrible parent. I constantly wonder, what more can I do? What more can I do? What more can I do? Am I doing enough? Am I enough? Like, that sense of never gonna be enough has just rolled over drastically into my parenting, and it's heartbreaking because it's not my children's fault. They totally make me feel fulfilled and loved and appreciated. But I always just wonder, like, am I enough? Am I doing the right thing? I question everything. And as a result, like, it takes me forever to make a decision on how to handle things with them, to the point where it's almost like too late of a reaction. But as a parent, I love so much more fiercely because I know how it feels to feel so unloved. And I try really hard to tell my kids every day, I love you, I'm proud of you, good night, sweet dreams. Like, I really actively try to make that a consistency in my parenting because I didn't hear it enough growing up. And so I always felt, and I still to this day feel, like I'm unlovable and that I don't ever do enough. I'm never enough. And so I really work on making sure my kids know that they are enough and that they are loved and they are smart and they are kind, and really pushing these ideals. I want them to learn to have a sense of self that I don't have. So, if you are enjoying my articles and my little video entries as they come out, there will be some from time to time, typically on more intense issues. I'm very much an emotional writer, so I can't always transcribe how I'm thinking and how I'm feeling into words and be able to walk away from it emotionally okay. This is one of those things, talking a little bit about my mom and growing up and the things that I overcompensate for as a parent because of it. It's definitely something I struggle with writing about in particular. But I can talk about it, especially if I throw on a face of makeup, because then I feel like I'm more put together and there's a reason to stay together and I don't have to fall apart. So if you are interested in all of these things and you are enjoying it, please just comment, I don't know that you can subscribe. I think the auto follow feature is going to be taken away soon, but please feel free to just, leave comments, give your input, share the blog. If you know people who want to have their businesses listed on Moms Support Moms, please go ahead, have them contact me. I would love to support other moms. If you're interested, hop over on Facebook and go onto the Moms Support Moms group and request to be added. I will add you instantly. the big rule and reason for all of this is for moms to be there for each other, enjoy each other, and learn to embrace who we are as mothers and people and individuals, and to share our tears, our joys, our frustrations, because I think everybody really needs to take the time to know that you are an amazing person. You're doing an amazing job. No matter what you may think or feel, you got this. So have a great day, and just remember, you're killing it, mama.